Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Grunts and Grumbles podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Tom.
Hello, everybody.
Buddy.
Hey, dude.
How you doing?
I'm a little hungover.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've hit the wine the last 2 weekends pretty hard.
So you're celebrating the grape and wine on your own terms, then?
I'm celebrating the Grape and Wine Festival on my own terms and nobody else's. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How many bottles do you think?
How many bottles did we drink?
Yeah.
This weekend? Or? Oh, boy.
Four, amongst four of you, right?
Yeah, 5 of us.
5, wow.
We
cat too?
No. No, it was, how many bottles? I know for sure it was over 4 bottles of wine, for sure. Over.
Yeah, it's decent.
Decent. I think the majority of the person drinking it was me,
Okay.
to be completely honest. I felt like I was pouring a lot into my glasses more than everybody else. So, I don't know. But that happened.
Now, when you go to weddings, right,
Oh, yeah.
there's wine on the table,
It
right?
doesn't last long on my table.
Do you usually, are you the guy that will grab it from another table once yours is done? Are you that guy?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Hey,
But
listen,
you also just order more.
Sometimes too, but I usually do that. Oh, you guys don't like the red? We'll take it.
Oh, you guys touching that? You guys having anybody? You think anybody at this table is gonna be drinking that? Maybe. I don't think so. Let's take it.
Oh my god, such a free for all, such a free pour weddings.
Open bar. But you know what? When you see a waiter coming around, you just be like, "Hey, dude, let's get 2 more reds. Oh, we can only bring one at a time." Like, don't.
Yeah,
just bring 2.
I'm with.
How many times? How many times do you want to come back to my table with wine?
Well, exactly, and then that's the point when I go. I'm with them. Usually, when you just drop a name, they go, "Oh, okay."
I'm with them. Who exactly is them? Oh, the alcoholics. That's who I'm currently with.
Not your boss.
I'm with them people.
Yeah,
no, for sure. But it was a good time. Good food, good people, good company, and good drinking.
It's amazing, and I mean, great weekend for it too.
Oh yeah,
weather,
it's so hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Can I call it Indian summer? Or is that racist now?
Racist. Yeah. If you have to ask, my rule of thumb is if you have to ask if it's racist, it's probably racist.
I still said it.
That's fair.
Oops.
God, I don't know. We not get shut down yet. No, it was quite the party.
Yeah, awesome.
One of my guests over at the house, Maureen, she's a librarian. She used to be a librarian. She's retired now.
Right.
And so I was continuously asking her, drunk me, about haunted libraries.
Okay.
You know why?
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, exactly that. And I don't know. It came to a point where I'm sure she was like, really,
What's with this guy?
Asking me about. I mean, she was drinking too, so it was kind of fun, whatever. But I'm like, come on, there had to have been like a book falling off.
Yeah.
There had to have been a chair rattling in the circle or something. She gave me nothing. She said the worst thing, like spookiest thing, or like, not scariest thing is creeps. There's actual like perverts and stuff that hang out in the library.
Yeah.
And that was not as the answer I was looking for. I mean, I'm sure I knew it. We all know that. But I was constantly asking her about ghosts.
Nice.
Yeah. And she didn't get the pop culture reference because she never seen Ghostbusters. I'm like, you have to have watched it. Everybody in the world have seen that movie.
So that level of disappointment when you heard her say, "I've never seen that movie," was the same way when I referenced a band, a movie, her lifestyle.
Okay, but it's Ghostbusters. Bill Murray, man. Bill frickin' Murray. Everybody knows Bill Murray and everything Bill Murray's done. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. Some people, it depends where you're at the time of the event that something cool is happening, I guess, or what age you are, right?
I guess. I mean, she didn't look like someone who would watch all these Ghostbuster movies or anything like that.
And it's funny because even me growing up in high school, right? So 15, it was like 1990, 91. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, even if I wore or referenced anything about Star Wars back then, I would have been chastised like you wouldn't believe.
In 1991.
Yeah, anywhere between 91 and 94 when I was in high school.
Star Wars was huge.
No, it wasn't.
In the 80s.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No, because at that point you were a kid.
When did it become huge?
Well, 77 is when the first one came out, and then till 84. So Return of the Jedi. So anything between that, there was nothing.
Right, but how did it become huge again?
Well, because people grew up and people were going, "Oh yeah, that is cool." But in high school, it wasn't like that. You still got chastised. If I mentioned comic books or any of that stuff, oh yeah, I was outed immediately for being immature, for being a child.
Really?
Bullied.
Not in my
whatever.
high school, man.
Well, because that's the 10-year difference. That's that gap, right? I
suppose, yeah.
And, I don't feel like I've missed out on it, but like the stuff and references that I was absolutely in love with was almost underground at that point, where you couldn't talk about it unless you had like a tight circle that you could talk about it. But even video games at that point you couldn't talk about because you're like, what are you 6?
Really?
That kind of.
What did these kids do in high school? What was everybody what made the popular
grunge,
guy popular?
It was the grunge era.
So they just listened to rock and roll.
Yeah, Thunderstruck.
So if you listen, so to be cool in your high school, you had to listen to just
Vanilla Ice and Thunderstruck,
and if you didn't, you were a nerd.
Mm-hmm. Gonna Make You Sweat was like the #1 song in 1990 for like between that and like Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know. My school, like people play video games, no one cared, but it wasn't like we could talk about it openly. It wasn't like a thing.
But it was different, right? And at that point, I think Nintendo was still there, and Super Nintendo was just coming in around '93. Mm-hmm. So it was basically that void of childhood to like, well, you're in high school. You don't talk about kids stuff anymore, right?
Now, like you're an adult,
right? Yeah. So there was kind of an era. I know. So I can see it like where you say there's, why wouldn't she watch Ghostbusters? It depends on the time and the place. If it wasn't something that was in your...
but she had children.
Yeah, but...
And I think they're around your age. I don't actually know. I don't know. I never know how old anybody is. What does that mean? Well, you've watched it is what I'm saying, so they must have watched it. So, I mean, she had to have watched a movie with her kids once. Or maybe the dad did it. I don't know.
But again, too, back in the 80s... If it wasn't on TV and you didn't have a VCR, you weren't watching it for a good 6 to 10 years.
Like, because you couldn't go to the
theater?
You
had to wait for it to come on TV. If you didn't go to the theater, so say you didn't, say you lived in a town, and I know this is hard for you to believe, but some small towns, some small towns didn't have movie theaters, or movie theaters are like 2 hours away, so it has to be an absolute event.
I did live in a small town for a year. It was 1 year, and I got the hell out of there.
You know what I mean? So like sometimes that distance takes you away from that. So then, okay, TV, you have to wait. So
that's true.
And
that makes sense.
Like a lot of the people now are spoiled because it's instant access. You want to watch something like Ghostbusters,
I throw it on the computer now and I'm watching it.
Right.
Yeah.
Where we never had that growing up, especially if you didn't have the VCR. You didn't have like a video store, anything like. Well, there was no DVD players not until late '90s, mid to late '90s.
Yeah, okay. She still could have watched it in the mid to late '90s. You have to get a DVD player at some point. But no, I did live in a small town for 1 year of my life, and then I got the hell out of there and moved back to the city. But
was it the Wolves?
No. That was before the Wolves. It was I lived in a little town called Lagoon City.
Where's that?
It's do you know Brecon, Ontario? Do you know Beaverton, Aurelia? You know Aurelia?
Yeah, Aurelia.
So it's basically in the middle of like Beaverton and Aurelia.
Okay.
And it was a tiny town, and we were all in like the town. I don't even know if you would call it a town. It wasn't a city, I'll tell you that much. It was called Lagoon City. But every house, in the back of the house, they had channels that led out to Lake Simcoe. So everybody had like a boathouse. We didn't have a boat or anything like that, but we, so it sounds awesome as an adult.
Right.
As an adult, it was awesome. As a kid, with no public transit, because I grew up in Toronto. So I didn't start outside of the city and move to the city. I started in the city, moved out of the city. Yeah. Then I was like, I got to get out of here. And I moved back to the city.
How old were you?
Grade 6, we moved up there. 12 years old. I moved up there. I did half of grade 6 and all of grade 7. Wow. At the end of grade 7, I said, Mom, I got to move back to the city. And I moved back with my dad because my parents were split.
Okay. At
that point, I said, I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And I moved back to the city, right back into the house I'm living in now.
Right.
And I never looked back.
It's funny how, like, if it was the other way around, like, if you were like, now that you're an adult, would you ever go back?
It's too like all my work's in the city.
No, I know.
You know, like
let's
take
those out. Like, take those factors out.
If I didn't have, if I would have it as a cottage house, for sure,
right.
100%, I could use it as a cottage, but I would never live there full time.
Right.
No, I need the city.
You need the city.
I need that concrete jungle, baby.
Yeah.
I need it.
It's remarkable though that like that change in that little like drastic like shock of the accessibility.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And the noise even.
It's
I
so
sometimes
quiet.
see more trees than you're not used to. You're going,
Okay, listen.
I can't,
Look at it this way.
It's dark.
Okay, it's dark.
Right?
And what am I mostly afraid of?
The dark.
Everything there, I'm currently afraid of. When the sun goes down,
screech owls.
the world is a scary place when the sun goes down. I had to ride my bike to like the town, which was a good bike ride away to the one corner store that also was the video store.
Yep. Yeah.
And so we rented movies there, and we bought our candy and everything all at once, and ride my bike back. It was
crazy.
It's too far. I couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
And then Blockbuster in the city. I walked 5 minutes to my local Blockbuster.
Turn a corner, and there it is. Yeah.
Got my business. Went home. It was bright. It was like the sun never went down in Toronto because the street lights are always on. I was totally fine.
That's awesome, though. I mean, yeah, for me, it's like I always stayed within like one major city, which was Kitchener.
Yeah.
Growing up, so yeah, I moved around a lot,
but
within the city. So I mean, but at the same time, I was coming into Toronto almost every night.
Okay.
At a certain part of my age, like I think.
What's the drive 12? At that point? It was like half an hour. Would you say 40 minutes?
No,
without all this traffic there is today. Like when you were a kid.
See, I don't remember it. I just remember that my brother and I would challenge each other to who could see the CN Tower first. And it was usually just past Winston Churchill.
Okay.
You could see it. And
just a bit of it.
We like whoever sees it first wins. And like that was our challenge, right?
Exciting.
So that was
fucking exciting.
All
I had to do is open my window and I saw it every day.
Okay, let's going on that now.
Because I am a Torontonian.
Okay, well there you go. So let's prove it. So this came up today on funny enough, Bubba's Facebook timeline.
Yeah.
And it was derived out of 102.1 The Edge, the local alternative radio station here.
Right. Why'd you say alternative with bunny ears?
Because it's not alternative.
Why'd you go in quotations? I don't know why we call it bunny ears as quotations, but bunny ears.
It's still shit.
The laser.
It's not as good anymore.
I don't know.
Okay, so number one.
All right.
You pronounce.
So this is the reason. This is how you are a proper Torontonian.
How much of a true Torontonian are you?
How many questions are on there?
There's a few. So let's just go.
Okay, go for it.
You pronounce Toronto without the second T.
Correct, Toronto.
You've seen a show at the Shoe.
The Horseshoe. Yes, I have.
Okay. You still call it the Sky Dome.
I sure do. It's still the Sky Dome to me. It will never be the Rogers Center.
You avoid the Eaton Center at all costs.
Yeah, unless I want to get a kickbox kick at some point, I'm going to go in there.
You know how to pronounce Roncesvalles, Strawn, and Tecumseh.
Yep.
Drank too much on the Bud Stage lawn.
Well, back in the day, it was the most Canadian amphitheater.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so the Bud Stage is the new.
Again, that's why I do.
They fucked up on that station. One.
Yeah. Rode the Sky Ride at the X.
The Sky? Which one's that one?
I think that was either the hammer throw, the one that spins
you know
around.
What? Or even as a kid,
it's a roller coaster.
I didn't ride any rides at the X. I was terrified of them. The Carnies put that shit together.
You were at the Raptors parade.
Yes, I was.
You were? Okay. I had to work, so that's why I took a day from you.
Yeah. At the parade. No, sorry. I was there at the celebration. I wasn't going out there. There's too many people.
Yeah, too many people. Spotted a celebrity during TIFF. I mean, we work with celebrities, so like that doesn't count.
But sometimes, yeah.
You've got lost in the path.
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
I've never walked the path except for like where that food court is by University in front.
Yeah, under that building. Yeah,
that's the only place I've gone. I've never actually fully walked the path.
I've gone lost in the path.
You've got to take me to the path. I've never done the path. No,
we'll get stuck down
there. Okay.
We'll go down there for 6 days. We'll never record another podcast. Yeah. All of a sudden, we're begging for change and we're scraps of food.
Why are we?
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It got close.
You think that this year must be the Leafs year?
It is. we screwed up this playoffs, but this is the year. I guarantee it. I think Pietrangelo. Is that who's coming?
The new coach is the former film coach from the Senators.
Yeah, but no, he's the assistant coach. I think that they're going after somebody important. I think he's going to land in Toronto.
Okay, let's hope.
I don't know. This is the year. This is the year, man.
Okay, so you've done Summerlicious / Winterlicious.
Maybe.
I'm
not really sure.
I went to a restaurant once and it's like the little tapas plates for different.
No, I didn't do that.
No, I don't have tickets for stuff. Took the ferry to the island.
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
Seen a Jays game from the 500s.
Of course, when it was Toonie Tuesdays, bud. Are you kidding me, man? I was up there for a toonie.
Visit the distillery during the holidays.
Yes. I also worked in the distillery for a little bit.
Oh, really?
In the day.
Cool.
Yeah. I helped. I was with a construction company that we were doing the
renovations,
restoration.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, it was fun.
Amazing.
I saw some things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet. Yeah.
That place is wild, man. There's some like old buildings that nobody can go into, but we were going in to like get out reclaimed wood and do some repairs.
Okay.
Scary, and then you want to talk scary.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a horror movie waiting to happen.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah,
because there's stories about that. That used to be the front runner for like location sets. Like the Hearn was distillery.
Interesting.
Before the Hearn, and then now it's always just the Hearn. Okay.
Because now it's way too expensive to do anything in the distillery.
You have a favorite local brunch spot?
I do.
And?
It's called Her Father's.
Okay.
I love it. It's on Spadina and Hubbard.
Your mother's.
Your mother. Your mother, Trebek.
Watched a game from Jurassic Park?
Nope.
Been stuck in traffic on the DVP?
Oh, my God.
That's
you don't even have to be from Toronto. Exactly. That's the terrible one.
Your streetcar got short-turned?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's out of nowhere. They're like, we're now turning on whatever. They had to... It's now
reroute?
It's been so you have to get out, wait for the next one because they needed it somewhere else.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, I don't know the rules, but
okay. You avoided Trinity Bell Roads during a global pandemic.
Yeah, but that's new. That's new. That's a stupid thing.
Eating nachos at Sneaky D's. I think we've all done
that. Throwing up nachos at Sneaky D's too.
You can instantly tell if a movie scene was shot in Toronto. Well,
I mean also work in it.
Bonus points for that one.
Yeah.
You had some late night eats in Chinatown.
Oh yeah, daytime eats too.
Spot?
I can't never remember the name.
I like Hong Shing's, but that's over on Center Street, Center in Dundas.
I'm not sure. I've never heard of
that
it.
Place. Yeah,
it's good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a favorite restaurant in every neighborhood?
I don't know. I'm not really big on calling a favorite restaurant, but I think I must.
I mean, every neighborhood. Like, how many neighborhoods are there?
There's a lot of little boroughs. There's boroughs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might like going to places.
I like trying new places.
What sucks is that you get hooked in one place and then like 6 months later, it's gone.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, like Rock Lobster. I love that place.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's a seafood place. So
I know, but now I'm eating seafood a little bit more. So maybe I'll go. I don't know.
It's not just opening a can of tuna. I'm waiting because Jimmy tells you to.
No, I'm not eating tuna. I hate tuna. Oh my God! What else is on there?
Seeing the cherry blossoms at High Park?
I have not.
I kind of see it in passing.
But I've never gone up, and I honestly don't see the importance or fun factor or to go and walk up to a tree, look at it, and then walk away.
They were a gift from Japan.
Cool.
As a thank you for something.
For what?
Google it, but it was something. It was a gift.
I don't think I care enough.
Waited in line for the washroom at Scotiabank Arena, so ACC.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah, call it the ACC.
Remember the Maple Leaf Gardens when it was the trough you had to piss in?
Yeah, I love that. God, so good.
No shy bladders there.
Different times.
Yeah. Do you have a TFC scarf?
I do.
Made some bad decisions at the C&E food building. I think we talked about that too.
Sure did. I wouldn't call them bad decisions though.
Whatever. We're still alive. We're still here.
Yeah.
Views of the CN Tower never get old.
Never. I love seeing that building, man.
Still have not been in.
You need to go.
Tower.
I don't know if it's going to be open anytime soon, but it's the best. And the glass floor to look down on.
I think I have to do the full thing, like even the restaurant, just to like.
I've never eaten. I've never ate at the restaurant, so I don't know if it's good or bad or.
I just think I have to because I haven't. I'm 44 years old. Come on. I'm living in the city. I've never been.
What's wrong with you?
I've looked at it.
You got $1,000 to spend. That's about what it'll cost you to hang out in the CN Tower for a day.
Really?
I don't know. The restaurant.
Well, I guess we do the skywalk.
Well, you got to pay to get in. You got to pay to do anything special. Like if you do want to do the skywalk, you got to pay for that. It's not free. It's not included. That's right. In the restaurant, I'm sure you're not going to go over there and be like, "Hey, give me the chicken fingers."
What are your chicken fingies like?
How expensive are your chicken fingies and fries?
Okay, the last one.
Do you have nuggies or fingies?
Last one I'm not going to do. It's just a promotion for the radio station.
Oh,
but
dumb.
Again, a lot of the stuff I think everyone knew it was visited Toronto.
I don't think that was a super Torontonian list because they said a few things wrong on there. It's not. Don't ever call it the Scotiabank.
No.
Yeah, I never will.
They're doing it to be PC because they're
but they called the Sky Dome.
I know, fucking idiots.
I don't know. Who cares?
Sorry, that's why I did this.
It's quotations. The freaking laser quotations.
Anything you'd want to add to that list? Like, okay, what's your badge of honor to say that like your postal code means that you're a Torontonian?
No. That's a great question, man.
Right? Like, what gives you?
I don't know.
What gives you?
You know what? Back in the day,
right?
Is if you're a true Torontonian,
right?
From in our age group, if you were on Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, that's true.
I done it.
Did you ever see it yourself?
I done it. Oh my God, I've done it. I done it. No, but I did run into. Do you remember that movie Meteor Man? Does that ring a bell to you at all?
Sounds familiar.
So it's in the concept of like Superman-ish type of thing where he falls out of the sky, except this meteor comes down, Buddy touches it, and he gets all these superpowers from the meteor.
Okay.
And anyway, he was at Speaker Corner when we were going down there to do a video.
Nice.
He comes walking out. We're like, holy shit, it's the Meteor Man. And like he's like, oh my God, you guys recognize me? I'm like, of course we did, man. The fucking Meteor Man's right in front of us. Right. Speaker's Corner is fun, man.
It was fun.
It was so much fun.
I can see why they had to close it down because then like bums started making it.
Well, they were sleeping in there and stuff, pissing in the corners. And it was a corner after all.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that it was like a public soapbox. It was the first podcast. If you really want to think about it,
vlog really.
Right. People would just come in and go, listen.
Oh,
I'm tired of this. Fuck the mayor, whatever.
And but they wouldn't put all that stuff on.
No, that's the thing. Like
TV. It was City TV, right? That had it.
No. Yeah, City TV.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the editor, just watching all the footage?
I would love to have been the editor. I would have done it for free.
Yeah.
Just to watch all those videos.
I wonder if there's archives.
Drunk people.
Naked people.
People for like bachelorette
I'm
parties.
sure there's sex parties that were going on the video.
Someone
Here's $1,
Someone must have.
Right, someone should
got it. I don't know. I don't want to say these words on, but someone must have got blown on the Speaker's Corner. I would say.
And then there was like the two guys, the Devil's Advocates that would like just do their weekly banter.
Yeah, and a couple of the guys I think made shows.
Yeah, they became something.
Yeah, those two guys. I think I remember those two guys. Yeah.
And what a remarkable like unique community thing.
I've never heard of that in any other city.
No.
So whoever the guy who created Speaker's Corner or
what was his name? Yeah.
Oh, it was one person who came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, genius. Ahead of its time.
A lot of stuff that City TV did was ahead of its time. Like having it wasn't like a news desk. It was an environment where the camera would always move.
Yeah.
And they'd all just be casually standing around, sitting somewhere. Yeah. It wasn't like here's the news.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about like this.
Walter Cronkite.
Right? It's more like, okay, now to Vince. And then the camera would just move. You'd be like, hey, guys, we're here now.
Sports update.
And it was awesome. Yeah. It was like more of a casual look to it.
Dude, weather ladies in South America on the news.
Yep.
It's basically almost porn.
Janet Garcia. That's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say. I think it makes me very excited for the weather. Even it could be minus 40 outside in Toronto. The wind chill with a windshield. Oh my God, the wind chill is like drunk. Minus 70. Could be a still.
I can smell the wine off them, folks.
It's like minus 70, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a great day.
It's still hot.
It's still hot in here. It's so hot. The weather is so hot. No, it's quite funny. And even like kids shows, like The Simpsons did a spoof on it.
Oh yeah.
Remember when they went to they were in Colombia and someone got kidnapped? Like Homer got kidnapped or something.
Okay, I don't remember.
Anyway, maybe I'm screwing this over. Kelly will know. Kelly will call me on it if it's wrong. But they're like, there's like a parade, or it's Brazil. It was Brazil.
Okay.
And there's like a children's TV show, and they were doing a parade, and one of the children's TV show hosts, she was like this gorgeous woman with big boobs, tassels on her, on her boobs. And they're like, have you seen so-and-so? And then she's like, they went that way. And her tits like jiggled and then like spun in that direction where the tassels went. And I'm like, this is kids. This is for kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, Brazil. Yeah. I don't know. If I was watching that kid's show, I'd be like, yes.
There's some weird
I know what I want to do when I grow up, Dad.
There are some weird shows out there. And I find that, Japanese TV has always been the front runner. And then like with YouTube going, oh, like look at the commercial that Harvey Keitel did in Japan and Schwarzenegger did. And if it was a rumor, like if I said, Vince, I just got back from Japan.
Yeah.
Turn the TV on and there's commercials with Schwarzenegger and Harvey Keitel and all these celebrities, you would have been like, no, there's not.
Yeah.
Now you have the proof because now you can see
everything's
it.
everywhere.
And you're going,
some shows they have are
not eating
nuts,
that shit.
man.
I know.
Some shows they have in Japan are so nuts, but I love watching every single one of them. They're so fun to watch. There's ones where like these dudes, like they have to like slide across half naked women oiled up and they have to, the farther they make it, they win.
Right.
And then there's like random competitions when there's like this a cockroach in the middle of this tube and these two people have to blow it and they have to blow it into the other person's mouth. So like this. So you're trying to blow, I don't know if it was a cockroach, but it's something. And then so it gets in your mouth and you lose, you spit it out.
Yeah, well, you hope.
If you will. Depends how strong. I don't know. Do I have to eat it? I didn't watch the whole. I mean, you can listen. You can just Google.
It's remarkable.
Random Japanese game shows.
It's just so.
And you
nuts.
could sit there and watch for hours upon hours upon hours. You get lost. I get lost on YouTube all the time, man. I like to call it the YouTube.
The escapism of the black hole. Okay.
Hole.
Yeah.
So because you just get further and further and further into it.
Yeah.
And there's no escape. Your escape is you're like, your phone battery's dying. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go plug it in. You finally look away, and you're like, holy shit, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And you started watching. You started watching YouTube at 8 p.m. last night.
Now, do you keep it on that continuous loop? Like you find something and go, oh, here next up.
No. I'll click on the next video. Okay. I'll look through what the options they're offering me, and I click.
Okay.
I don't know where I started one night, but then I ended up in the black hole to Thailand.
Okay.
And I was watching videos of guess which one's the transvestite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I couldn't guess every time. I was really invested in this game show at that point. I'm like, get out of here. It's this one for sure. And it wasn't.
See, now you gotta wonder why the gambling population is so big down there. Right? Because everything's a gamble. Like I bet you, hey Fitz, let's watch it. Okay. I bet you $5 that's the one.
Well, you did that this weekend.
I did that.
You're gambling this weekend. We gamble on everything. We're dumb.
I'm not the chronic gambler. I'm not the guy where like I have to flip a coin to get out of bed or not in the day.
Yeah.
And then I don't take
like
bets.
Heads you stay in bed, tails you leave.
Which I know
you're only gambling with yourself. You're not winning anything.
Trust me, I know some people. And it's I've never been that bad. I've always been conscientious of where I've been, but like I'm bad with like Super Bowls. I'm bad with any sports polls.
I don't like if
you
I
don't do fantasy.
No, I've never.
Fuck.
My a good buddy of mine, he does it. Jack, he does fantasy football leagues,
right?
And he's like, oh, have you ever won? I'm like, I don't know enough stats. No. I don't know players' names.
I just think it's funny that the jocks turned Dungeons and Dragons, which they would beat us up for, like I said earlier, and turned it into fantasy sports, and now are doing the exact same thing.
It's not the same thing, man.
It kind of is.
You're not
with
I'm
the
not
stats
painting,
you're setting up.
I'm not painting little football players and rolling the dice to see if Patrick Mahomes is going to beat
maybe when you do the draft.
Tom Brady.
I've never been there, but it sounds pretty close.
God, I don't think you've ever been. Yeah, you've never been, and you don't know. It's not like that. It's you can't compare that.
Don't defend the jocks.
I'm not defending anybody. I'm just defending wrong.
I just think
thoughts.
It's silly. And the prize pools I never win, the over-under. And I know, like they say, football's the easiest to gamble on because it's like, oh, Cleveland versus New England. Okay, well, I guess it's going to be New England that wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, but then the
Sorry,
best
Steve.
ones... the best ones to gamble on are when the two worst teams in the league are playing each other. So it was Cleveland and the Bengals.
Sorry, Steve.
Cincinnati. It was Cleveland and Cincinnati playing each other.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, who's going to win this game? You're like, I don't know.
Who cares?
No, who cares? Yeah. I think that was also like Thursday Night Football.
Right. Wow.
It was like a Cleveland versus Cincinnati. I'm like, why is this a Thursday Night Football game?
Wow.
Why? First of all, remember when football was just Sundays?
Yeah.
Now it's Sunday, Monday, Thursday. It's like, guys, we get it. Just play them all on Sunday.
That's what happens when Friends goes away.
When Friends, the TV show?
Friends used to be the Thursday Night Phil. Oh, shit, no more Friends. What do I do? I'll just put football
let's throw another game on Thursday. It'll be fine.
How do we match 80 million people to watch TV again?
Realistically, there's so many football games on Sunday. Like, you can't watch them all. It's impossible. You can watch one of each time slot.
There's someone we know, and I just saw her post on Facebook today.
Yep.
6 computers, all different.
Nah, it's too much.
I'm not a control center. I'm I'm not going to be that Sports Center. And I can be like,
big.
oh, we got 12 games on in a row.
Who's got that space?
That's to me is the chronic gambler. Because why do you need to watch?
Who said you don't know if they're gambling? They're just watching. People like football that much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people play Dungeons and Dragons.
I know. Do you like
football? Some people watch football. I do like football.
Do you?
Yeah.
Your team?
I am a Chiefs fan.
Yeah. I think we talked about this. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And they play tonight.
They play today at some point.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. I think it's Tuesday. Or Monday.
Monday? Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, now we're dating the show, but
whatever.
It's okay. Yeah, they play once a week, guys.
Yeah. No, not always.
No, they
have a bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's just it's crazy when you think. I don't know. I just can't get into football, and it's just such a big sport.
I didn't for a while, and then I just started liking it.
I hate the talking in it. I hate that every play has to be analyzed. Every person is this.
Well, you have to, because you have to fill the void. Like you can't just be like, because there's a little time where they do their huddle, whatever. For me, sometimes the baseball talk, it gets me.
Really?
I miss it though when like they're actually telling me some cool stats. Yeah. But they're like they have to fill so much time in baseball, so much time. Yeah. Because there's not action all the time.
I know.
You know, like the batter's walking up. Hey, and today it would have been. If he hits this ball, it'd be the 17th hit on a Tuesday he's ever hit in his life. Yeah. Who's writing these stats down?
I know. Like, yeah,
who knows on his 17th Tuesday he'd hit in a row?
I know. Sports stats, especially with baseball, I mean...
They need them all. They need stats to fill the time.
You almost need NASA technicians to do all the stats, because some of them you're just going, yeah, that I see what that would be. Like whip. I don't remember whip ever being a stat.
Yeah, I still don't even know what it is.
It's wins versus hits in innings played.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's too much of a stat. Ugh. That's a dumb stat to have.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you know how many times he's won? 13 times and lost 2 times this year.
Or innings pitch. Sorry, innings pitch. Yeah. Whip is the pitch. But it's such a cool stat once you realize what it is, because like, if it's under 3, this guy's going to like beat the whole team. Like, we're going to win this.
Yeah.
We're going to win this inning. We're probably going to win the game.
Well, that's just a stat.
I know. It's just a stat. But then he
comes up to pitch, and he's get 17 home runs just hit back to back on.
I know.
You know, it's
so
like
crazy.
Stats really like. Oh well, in these situations, and the wind is at 32 kilometers an hour. Right. He pitches that fastball. I guarantee you, he's gonna miss it. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. Like, that's how the baseball talks are. It's like, dude, chill out, man.
And it's funny because a lot of it then gets correlated back into Vegas. Yeah. The Vegas books. And even those statisticians in there, like, they have to cover everything. And you're going, why?
Listen,
just win or lose.
That's where the nerds took over. You're right. The nerds have taken over the stats. They didn't take over fantasy football, but they took over. All the jocks who beat them up are now the ones that are like, hey, you know what? This is what his rating is. They're giving you all these bad stats, and they're like, hey, just say this. Oh, this is really bad. Just say it.
And isn't it crazy that the new PlayStation football game, the new Madden that came out?
Yeah, Madden 21, yeah.
They changed the ratings for somehow. I don't know why they changed the ratings, but somehow they changed the ratings because I guess they were playing on the who was moving over to where, so like where the play, you know. And I'm guessing EA didn't like make up their own numbers in the stats. These are like based on the book, right?
I guess.
And all the football players are so mad at a video game.
Why? Because their numbers went down?
Yeah. What do you mean I'm this rating? I'm never this rating. Look at my contract, and it's getting really ugly. Like, I don't know if like
last year you didn't play well. You use stats based on how good you play every year.
But it's a video game. First of all, it's not you. It's a video game.
No, I know. But can you imagine you make it into the NFL and Madden rates you like a 72, and you're like, I made $10 million last year. How the hell am I a 72?
And that's essentially the argument right now, is that they're doing that.
Do you care? Would you care?
If I could play the game and it's a good playing game, that's all I care about. The ratings I don't care, but
I guarantee you, you're all getting that from like you're the wide receivers, the running backs, and the quarterbacks, because the frontline defensive tackles and the guys who are getting crushed, right? They're like, hey, I'm in the game. That's they put my name on my jersey, like they're like, oh, I'm a 80 or I'm a 62. I'm like, man, I don't care, man. I'm getting paid. Those guys don't make a lot of money,
which is pretty cool.
But
two guys I went to school with in high school.
Yeah.
Well, one from grade 6 on to high school, and another one in high school are both in an NHL game.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's growing up. Jason Morgan and Eric Manlow.
Okay.
And they were like prospects, but they played for LA Kings one year and Chicago Blackhawks one year.
Amazing.
They're in one of the games.
Did you ever like play them and like beat them and then just
this is before. This was when it was still
get them like crushed and
right. No, it was
open ice hits. And
no, it was I think once or twice. Like it's way back. It's not like it was anything recent. I think it was like Super Nintendo game era.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're old.
Yeah. Even PlayStation 1.
Oh,
yeah, well, they're my age. I was school when I went to school.
I'm sticking to what I'm saying here. I never shy about.
Of course, they're old.
I never shy about telling you how old you are. But going to video games, the PS5 is coming out soon.
Okay, yeah.
And it's I don't remember when did PS4 come out? 6 years ago.
It's usually a 5-year cycle.
5-6 years. Okay, we'll say that. So this new one's coming out, and it looks phenomenal, and I want it. Well, and I'm gonna get it. I haven't spend the money, but I have all these games. Here's the thing: it's $4.99 for the digital only one, so no CDs. You buy everything, goes to your hard drive, etc. Mm-hmm. If you want the CD drive, $6.99, $200 more. Okay, and it's just like that's a crazy amount of money, man.
But that's with the Blu-ray player too.
Yeah, of course, but my PS4's got a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, I know. Everything.
There's no giant advances in Blu-ray right now, is there?
Can you imagine? Like, we hear about everything, especially the environment, but how much electronic waste there is, even in every 5 years.
I think they might recycle some of it.
Some of it.
They'll grab some of the important parts
or whatever.
Sure.
But to me, it's like it just seems like it's an overkill that you could just put like, here's the new card you put into the old PlayStation, and you can ramp it up.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. I mean,
you just got to take it into a Sony shop and they'll do like a little.
Because everything's getting smaller in a sense, right?
Yeah, except the PlayStation 5 is bigger than the PlayStation 4.
That's what I mean. I don't get it. So why couldn't you fit something like if this can fit our whole program?
Yeah.
15 times over.
Exactly.
This is what the new PlayStation 5 to me should look like. Swallow it and you can be in a whole new world. Another idea. Let's do it. Copyright.
Shit.
Jumping on mushrooms. We're doing it.
We're doing it. I think the majority of the size of it is probably the cooling fans, because it probably runs hot. Because someone's not playing it for 20 minutes and turning it off. You're playing it. When I'm on my PlayStation, I'm like 4 hours in.
That's crazy.
Guaranteed.
And sometimes you miss it. You forget how long you've been on. Like, oh shit, why is it dark? Oh my god.
No, I'm like, keep going. I don't even think about it
already.
I know. I have plans to play some video games tonight.
Yeah, cool. Which one's in your wheelhouse right now?
I'm currently just playing Fortnite.
Okay.
Just because they have they've introduced Marvel superheroes into it, so it's really fun.
Which one are you?
I swear when Thor. I started off as Thor.
Nice.
I have Momoa. I have Aquaman.
Aquaman. Okay.
But he came out earlier.
Right.
it was like last season or whatever.
Okay.
And who else? Like I'm trying to get Wolverine.
You
have to do challenges every week to get him.
That's what I heard. Yeah, he's hidden or somewhere.
Well, no, he's just he's a special challenge to get him.
Okay.
I think it was last season was Momoa, Aquaman, and every season they do like a new challenge to get people to play, obviously.
Of course.
And you know what? They get you because they want you to buy all the costumes and things.
Yeah.
So that's where they get their money. The game's free.
Okay.
But I've paid them money.
Yeah.
You want the new battle pass? You're gonna pay. You want the new.
So what is Fortnite? Like, break it down to me. I've never played it.
It's like Call of Duty, online.
Okay.
Shooting people, except it's more colorful and cartoony, which I really enjoy.
But why Fortnite? Like, you have to build stuff.
There's building. Okay. Because you can build like ramps and walls and things that you can hide behind. And I'm really bad at building. So if it's me, and I won recently. I finally won one solo.
Okay.
It was amazing. I went nuts. I couldn't believe a grown man playing it. I was going nuts. No one was around. I'm like, nah. It's the one time you're not playing with a friend or no friends online watching you. And I'm like, of course. And my brother was at work, and I took a video. I'm like, look at this, motherfucker. Look what I did. And I sent it to him, and he's like, nice. That's what I got back.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then he won a week after, and he sent it to me. He's like, check that out. I'm like, fuck
So he just
took my thunder, man.
he just figured out how you did it.
No. It's not like that. You gotta beat people who know what they're doing.
Nice, that's crazy.
There's a lot of good people.
Yeah.
If you go to certain times, you can play against people who are similar levels as you.
Okay.
Makes it a little easier, but I'm pretty shit.
Difficult. Now, would you ever be able to play that tournament where that kid last year, 2 years ago, won $6 million?
Are you kidding me?
What did he do?
Sometimes I'm the first person who loses the match. There's 100 people in the match, and then it tells you, you're like, first one out. Or if you kill someone, you're like, you get the first kill.
First kill, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, please don't. My whole goal is to never be the first one out. So, even when I play Call of Duty online, I'm like, just don't be the first guy.
Right.
Don't be the first guy. And you go to the gulag. Okay. You heard of this in Call of Duty? So in Call of Duty, when you die, you have an opportunity to come back.
Okay.
And so they send you to the gulag. So if you see any of those memes, and they say, like it's like a sniper meme, and it's like there's a bit of a flash, they're like, oh, goddamn, I thought I was going to the gulag. You know what I mean? Because like you're like, I'm about to get sniped. And so you go to the gulag, and then it's a one-on-one battle, and if you win that, you go back to the game, and if you lose, you're out. Yeah. So you get a second chance. So every time I go to the gulag, I panic, man, because like I'm nervous as hell. And I'm like, and like sometimes you're playing with all your friends, and they've died too, and they're watching you in the gulag, and they're like, here's Vinny, he's gonna fucking blow it. And I'm like, can you guys just tell me where he is? You're like, and then I always lose. I've won the gulag, I don't know, 5 times out of 50, I would say. I'm really bad.
Yeah, I'm not good with those games, and I get really frustrated when I'm like just trying to get like the peripherals.
Yeah.
And I haven't played in years. Sure. So when I get the peripherals and just try to figure it out, bang, gone.
Yeah, you're gone. I
didn't even like,
noob.
I don't even know how to fire the gun yet, right?
They're like, look at this dork. No, Watch me stab this guy in the back.
Meanwhile, I've got a guy that's doing covert where like he sees the back of the guy and he's like slowly crawling,
and then he's like,
rip the head off. Like, yeah, that's cool.
And I'm watching those and I'm like, nice. I'll never do that.
Yeah, I'll never be that guy.
Sweet.
Yeah. And,
I've never won Warfare, Call of Duty.
So
not even got close. I got into the top 10 once, but I was like, I'm surprised I even made it.
Right. So how did this kid win $6 million?
He won the tournament, I guess. I don't know.
By doing all those challenges?
Well, I think,
how does
I think
it work?
they put them into groups, and then whoever wins goes to the next. It's like a tournament style. So you win, you go to the next round. You go to the next round. You go to the next round. You win $6 million. They have them for. Dude, was it you who told me they're building like a gaming complex here, like a video gaming, like it's almost like I can't remember who told me.
Probably Jimmy.
No, because it's not. It
wasn't me.
It's not a nerd thing. What's that? It's not Warhammer. Jimmy plays Warhammer, but no. So they're building like a video game tournament style building in Toronto now. Okay, yeah, because I mean, you can really do it anywhere. You can do it in a conference center, but I think they're building one specific. It's now gone are the days where it was like you were the guy who, if you played video games, you were like a loser.
That's what I'm telling you. That was me.
I know, but that was high school. And I'm talking about adults now.
I know.
No, but in high school, you should have been playing video games. Like, you were a kid still.
I mean, I still was, but it wasn't that you talked about it.
That wasn't your high school was fucking weird, man. Yeah, well. Fucking Kitchener in Toronto, you could do whatever the hell you want. There was groups. There was like groups you could join.
Right.
Gone are the days where you're getting chastised for playing. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you're playing video games in your basement and you're like, this guy's a loser. The girls didn't want to date you.
Right. Yeah.
You were looked at like this guy's probably just plays video games, is gonna work in a tech or some shit like that. Those days are gone, man.
Right. It's so weird.
Because now all these guys are like playing the Call of Duties. Their girlfriends are watching them and not saying nothing, and they're all they all have girlfriends and wives, and nobody seems to care anymore. All I'm going to say is, those women back in the day used to say, oh, you play video games? You're such a nerd.
You're a bum, yeah.
Look at me now, baby. Still a nerd. Still playing video games.
I know. I like to figure that I've done this from not being distracted by video games.
Well, I'm doing both.
I know. Well, yeah, but there's, I don't know. Like, I probably, here's a stat. Mark down all the hours I've played ever since the first Nintendo I got at 10 years old. I'm afraid. All the way to, let's say, when I stopped playing.
I'm not doing that.
That's like 5 lives. It's 5 lives that I've taken away from my experiences, my worldly visions, going somewhere, being somewhere, discovering something new. It's been stuck in some other world. And I don't like that either. Like, when you break that down philosophically,
wait, hold on, though. Well, what are you doing when you're not playing video games? What the hell are you doing?
Listen to music, cleaning.
Okay.
Organizing.
And are you
project?
Are you living new lives that you experience?
Well,
you
now
could have been.
We can't. But yeah, I mean, I do travel a lot more.
Yeah, of course but I still do with the video games I play.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's like that's when the culture shock for me hits me. Mm-hmm. Is going, how many hours of my life have I wasted? And I mean, at some point, it's still entertainment, but like, what have I enriched myself with?
I'm not looking at it as wasted hours. I look at
It'll
it as
hit you.
it will not. It's going to hit me in 10 years?
Maybe.
Not going to happen, man. No, I just look at it as a fun time because I'm playing with my friends too, man. Like, I'm doing things like, listen, you're like, oh, if you're playing NHL with your friends online, why don't you just go outside and grab the sticks and do that? Okay, cool. That game? No, me too. That game, you can do that.
Right.
But if I'm playing Call of Duty, what am I going to go shoot my friend in the back with a fucking AK-47?
Give it a couple weeks.
What am I doing? All right, guys, we're going out to the farm there.
Let's get strapped, boys.
We're getting loaded guns. Nobody shoot anybody in the head, only in the flak jacket. And then
did you ever do paintball? Have you ever done that?
I've done it a few times.
And?
It's fun. I really like it. It's exciting, man. It's scary. It's exciting.
Right.
It's like you're terrified to get shot because it does hurt.
Yeah.
I got shot in the ear once. There was paint in my ear. It went through the mask. Like, paint was down in my ear for the longest time.
Like into your ear canal?
Yeah. And And the funny thing is, like, I was playing with a bunch of friends.
Right.
And so when you're out, you put your hands up. You're like, I'm out. And you walk away. Yeah,
but your friends.
But as I'm walking away, all I hear is, and it's like all on my back. I'm like, you guys are fucking dicks, man. Whenever one of the friend group got out, everybody just turned their guns and just opened fire. It was amazing. It was funny.
Gauntlet. It was the gauntlet.
It's the fucking. That was the first gulag. We were all on our way out to the gulag.
It's funny because I worked with a guy once that did professional paintball.
Okay, and I've seen those.
Apparently, that's different than the ones where you go in. It's a simulated battlefield, right? It's more of a. You're behind a bunker course. And you're shooting and you try to get closer to the tournament.
Wait, that's the professional.
That's professional. Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen there's a lot of different things. There's ones that are like similar to the regular paintball,
right?
Because it's still because in paintball places I've played there was like bunkers and they've turned like the Sergeant Slaughters.
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughters.
Splatters. Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter's a wrestler.
That's right.
Sergeant Splatters. They had like cool looking indoor obstacle course, like tires in the sand, and you can like hide sort of behind them if you want to. But I hate doing that. Just like in the video games, I do not hide behind things or camp as the kids.
You just run. You just run.
I'm
for
the
flag.
I'm running. I'm running.
Me.
I see the little sparkle of the sniper rifle, and I'm just like, yep, I'm going to the gulag, baby. But I'm a runner. I'm a running gunner. That's me.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't sit around and do nothing.
I've never played.
Have you done? You've never done it,
and for the one reason,
because you're huge.
I don't like losing.
Where are you gonna hide behind?
And that's the thing. I don't like losing, and I think
nobody likes losing.
No, I think I would be like the darkest motherfucker.
Oh my god!
To be
You'd
there,
be like the raging guy. You
I'd
get
be
shot
like Rambo,
1,000 times. You're like, nope. So all of a sudden you pull out 2 paintball guns. And
not
you're like,
today, boys. Not today.
You got like a spray paint can that's your grenade. You're like throwing in
something. I'd be like, I don't know. I can't.
I don't care if I lose. That's the thing. Like even when I play video games, I get upset. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get angry, but in like 30 seconds, it's gone.
But for me, it goes back into my like basic instinct where it's like you're survival mode and you have to.
But you gotta remember it's a game, man. It's always just a game. I know, and my brother,
like, no, my
brother's the biggest rage. He used to be the biggest rage quitter. Like when we're playing video games, and if I lost or he lost, and we were playing on a team, he'd be like, "What you? I'm not playing this stupid game anymore," and he turns it off.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, oh, that was funny. Like I've trained myself to try not to think too much into it.
Okay.
It sucks when you come in like 3rd place or 2nd place. Like, oh my god, I was right there. Right. But I'm never mad at the person who killed me. Like I will say shit. I'm like, oh, you suck. I can't believe you idiot. I can't believe you got me like that.
Right.
But he got me like that because he's better than me.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are better at you or me and you or at anything.
And I realize
so. I'm not afraid to lose, man.
For me, it's a survival thing. If it's a survival-based game, I can't.
Listen,
I can't
you know what I don't want to lose?
What's
if
that?
it was real life, man, and I was getting shot at. That's the game I don't want to
But that's the training, what you're training for, is it not?
No, man, I'd be a chicken and I could never learn more.
I guess I'm the human shield again.
Obviously. You think I'm losing weight for my health? I'm losing weight to hide behind people like you, man.
Beautiful. Oh man, like to me, I don't know. I've never seen the fun and shit like that. Like I would love to just go to a gun range and shoot a gun as opposed to shoot at somebody.
Yeah, I'd rather shoot targets.
Right.
Which I've never gone to a gun range.
Right.
And shot like
a 22 or any form of weapon. Obviously,
I've shot like shotguns and rifles, but like in the
woods,
in like people's backyards.
Yeah.
Like up in Gravenhurst.
No.
I'm not shooting. I'm not like Jane and Blue are shooting in people's backyards.
That wasn't him last night, I swear.
You don't know that. Don't swear. It was
Shit.
not. It was
5 bottles of wine and you're shooting skeet down Jane and Blur.
Yeah. Pull. What do you mean I can't, officer? What do you mean I can't do this?
How come there's no pigeons in this neighborhood?
You know what? You're welcome. F pigeons.
Oh my God, that's the worst problem in this city, I think.
Pigeons? I agree to that. 100%.
And I know they had peregrine falcons and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
and I don't know what happened if they migrated and whatever else. Know. We need more falcons.
You know what I wish we had a problem with? If there was like as far as birds go, right. I know they can't live here in the summertime, but I wish we had like a penguin problem. Like how great would that be? How fun would that be if we were just driving around and we had to like wait and there's like 6 penguins just waddling across the thing? How amazing would that be?
Maybe.
I'd love that. Imagine like picking up a penguin and it's like second nature to you. You're like, oh, this fucking guy's sleeping in the middle of the road. You have to get out of your car, pick up the penguin, put him off to the side.
They'd be a lot more docile than those fucking geese, I tell you that.
I'm talking about.
Oh my God, the geese are the worst.
What do you think a penguin predator would be outside in Toronto?
In Toronto?
Yeah. No, we don't have any whales. I'm not going to eat a penguin.
Anything down the street of Spadina Avenue.
Oh shit! Goddamn! Shots.
You asked.
Shots fired here, ladies and gentlemen. Hope no one calls. No, but theoretically, like, would you think a raccoon would attack a penguin, or like a mountain, like a bobcat?
Well, there's no bobcats in Toronto either.
Coyotes?
There are coyotes.
I guess the coyotes would be. Yeah, but they run around train tracks.
Yeah.
Do you think a coyote would eat a penguin?
Well, I'm sure the coyote will eat anything.
Not fair.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, you adapt to survive, right? Oh, new food. Okay, awesome. Yeah, when was the first
cool.
time?
I think that would be so cool, man.
Penguins, why?
I'm just imagining it right now.
Those geese are bastards, and they know
This penguin thought brought to you by Cab Franc. Because that's what I was drinking last night, and that's a wine. That's a wine. Yeah, I love it.
Is that from the same winery where you were last week?
I had one from there, yeah. Really nice.
Yeah, nice.
It still tasted good. It wasn't drunk me wine tasting behind bottles like I normally do. Right. But yeah, that penguin thought is brought to you by red wine.
Red wine. Penguins. That's your power animal today.
Well, I mean, technically they're wearing tuxedos, right? I drink red wine in a tuxedo.
Have you?
Yes, I have. Nice. All right, let's end it on my penguin thought.
Awesome.
Penguinos. My brother's favorite hockey team is the Pittsburgh Penguinos.
Nice.
Let's do a recap.
Yeah.
Of the show. I'm hungover. I got wine wasted last night.
This is not wine.
That's not wine. This is
extra electrolytes and
looks like piss.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, so it's a hidden peach. Pop culture. We talked about the Ghostbusters and me continually asking a librarian whether or not libraries are haunted. I'm still convinced they are.
Right.
We dabbled in football and nerd culture and video games.
If you're a true Torontonian.
Which I clearly am, and whoever wrote that list is clearly not Torontonian. Even that is, you shouldn't say Torontonian. It's Torontonian. We don't pronounce the T. It's right off the bat. It's correct. If you're a true Toronto, Toronto. All right, let's just end this. This is going nowhere. You can find us on our social medias.
They can't all be winners, but we try.
Grunts and Grumbles Official is our Facebook. Is our Instagram.
Yes.
Grunts and Grumbles Podcast is our YouTube channel.
Right there.
Our website is gruntsandgrumbles.com. You can find me at Zomvini.
And I'm TG Wheelman.
I promise not to be hungover next time.
We'll try to make it better.
No
promises.
A little
drier.